I'm alive, and I've not left you like a month without a video, so that's great. Thank you for your patience. I'm sure you weren't on the edge of your seat first, but I'm glad that you're here watching this video. Some quick news. I am back in England for Christmas, albeit a very short amount of time. I'm not saying this as in I'm able to see everyone. Unfortunately, I won't have the ability to do that, but I am home from the 22nd of December to the 2nd of December. But I'm not going to really socialize any date past the 20. So my window of socializing and possibly seeing as many people as I can whilst also maintaining a good healthy amount of rest is the 27th of December to the 1st. Kind of. I'll need the 1st to pack because I fly out on the 2nd, but I shouldn't have that much stuff, so it should be okay. Anyway, so let me know if you want to hang out. I'm not going to be able to see everyone, and obviously there are a few people who take my priority list, like my best friend Beth, who's moved into her new house. Examples like that. Anyway, yes, I'm good. I'm not good, actually. I'm going to be very honest, and I'm going to be very brief about it because if you want to know more, I can share, and I'm happy to. I'm not opposed to it, but I know it's a very heavy subject. Trigger warning, actually, I guess, and that is that it's to do with suicide, so not mine, obviously. I'm here, hello. But yes, trigger warning, that's not for you. This ain't the video for you. Well, at least this part of it won't be, because it's yeah. So I I didn't finish the Book of Samuel. I didn't finish the Book of Job either. We just did Job, so you can join the dots between what I just said and Job. You know this has been a very rough week for me. Yes, I have been having a very rough time. And I think it's really incredible how God makes us. Like, I don't know about you, but for me, this happens every year. Basically what happened is on Friday the 5th, today for me it's currently the 3rd, Wednesday the 3rd, yes, on Friday the 5th it will be the 5-year anniversary of my friend who committed suicide. So yeah, really sucky, really sucks. And it happens every year. My subconscious starts reacting to that fact before I even realize it's coming. And I think that's incredible in a way. God is so crazy with how he made us and how our bodies can do that. But yeah, so yeah, I didn't finish the Book of Samuel. It felt like everything hurt while I was doing that book. It was like, I can't do anything. It hurts. Like, breathing hurts. Why is everything painful? Like, why do I not want to do anything? And then I think maybe I think obviously I did the video. I was in the Book of Samuel by the time I was speaking to you people last. Maybe like 2 days later, it just hit me. And I was like, oh, that's why. And it happens every time. Every year this happens. I always forget. But this year was different. Because God was telling me, face me. And I was like, no. With all due respect, no. I don't want to look at you. So there's a lot of wrestling. And obviously I know God didn't do this. I know God didn't. I know outside of the situation, the truth. Within it, I've struggled to see it sometimes. And I'm struggling to find that truth within this circumstance. But yes, essentially what has happened and has come to my attention is I have not grieved. I haven't really grieved. I've grieved in bits, I've cried obviously, but like, I haven't taken it up with God. I haven't Jobed. I have not Jobed in the way that I should. So reading the Book of Job was really fun. And it was good. I am okay, but I have taken the cap off of that 5-year grief, so it's been very, very emotional. Violently so, almost. It's been hard, very painful. And yeah, we had this really beautiful speaker come in. His name was Jeremy. He is one of those people I'm just going to remember for the rest of my life. He taught the classes on Job that we were having, and he is a remarkable person. If you're watching Jeremy, you're great. Really inspired by you. Anyway, yeah, he has a lot of experience with grief and a lot of wisdom in it too. So I thought it was really amazing that God brought him, of all people, to teach us on that book. And the second this man opened his mouth, the Lord was like, speak to him. And I was like, no. And yeah, he had something different to say, and I knew he would. You know, I think the thing with grief, especially, and also when it's something like suicide, and you know, from a faith perspective, especially, as he wasn't Christian, not many people really know what to say to me without it being really hollow. Well intended, and I appreciate it. I don't want to, and if like it's not anyone, I'm kind of glad no one really knows what to say to me in a way, because it means that they don't understand the situation, which means they've never experienced it. So that's a blessing in a way. But yeah, very few people know really what to say, and I'm not always looking for people to say things, obviously, either. But this year I was, and I think I knew that this was my year where I was going to turn and face God and talk about it with him finally. More like yell at him, but yeah, which I did. And so, yeah, it was a big week. Anyway, I don't want to go too much into detail, but essentially, I want to share one thing about it, because there was also a night, not like a Monday night, one of my teachers, Anne, who was one of the sweetest ladies, she said to me, she offered if I wanted to hang out and process my grief, which was I was like, yeah, I do, because it was like this feeling, it was just in my chest and I couldn't breathe, and I was like, okay, I need to process this, gotta come out. Well, I don't know how. Yes, so I did that. It worked. So, I mean, as in, stuff came out. And yeah, God said something to me after I wailed and cried and screamed and whatever have you. He said something to me that was really beautiful and really hard. But I say beautiful, it wasn't like the words are beautiful, but the way he said it was beautiful. I had just finished crying, bearing my heart out to God. And, you know, I was asking him, like, why did you let this happen? This doesn't seem just, right? I was just having that very common argument, I think, that many people have with these kind of situations. And God just really, I don't know if anyone needs to hear this. It's not an easy truth, I don't think. I don't know how I feel about it yet. I haven't really processed my feelings on it. As in, that's not that I know it's true. I think that's the thing. It gave me this little bit of peace. And God just said to me, I gave people free will. So me letting him make that choice was me being just. And I was like, yeah, oh, I can see that. It was one of those moments where it hit, he said it so gently to me. You know, I just pulled my sore out and he was like, and he didn't have to even give me that. Like, I'm really grateful he said that to me, because it shed a little bit of light. Like I said, I was struggling to find the truth of who he was in this situation. More than I thought he was. I didn't think he was the culprit. I didn't think he was the problem, but I was just trying to figure it out, like where he was in that, you know. How does God fit into this? Where was he? Kind of thing. And yeah, that was a really beautiful and heart-wrenching thing to hear from him. And I think it made me realize, just like, it made me think about my own free will, that none of us would have this beautiful relationship with God if it wasn't for free will. We wouldn't love him willingly with all our hearts if it wasn't for free will. And obviously there's another side to that. And yeah. And it also just made me realize, like, I knew this as well, but it made me find the truth of it, how much more it must have hurt him, Jesus, I mean, to have to stand and watch him do that. Like, I'm not alone in my grief. It's not like God isn't grieving. And like, I knew that. But like, it really just gave me another level of, I'm not, like, yeah. I'm glad I faced God, basically. You know? And so, it's been a very rough week. And I would appreciate your prayers, because like I said, the day is still to come. And I am fine one minute and not fine the next. Because yeah, 5 years of grief is a lot of years to not have dealt with something like that. And I'm finding it very painful. So yeah. But I'm grateful that I'm not grieving alone this year. I think often I do, because no one really knows him. But I've told everyone in my class. I got to speak about him. I think I spoke to my teacher Anne about him for the first time. Like, not just Anne, I mean in general. I don't think I've ever spoke about him to people before. Like, I actually told stories about him, and yeah, like, that's the first time I did that, and that was really nice. And so yeah, I'm just in a lot of pain. It's really hard and really sad, and it sucks. And I'm just so grateful that I have God to go through this with. And I'm glad that I was able to take the step to face him this time, so that it wouldn't keep consuming me the way it had been slowly. So I know this is not the most positive story or update. It is in a way, I think. I think it's quite beautiful. I think grief has a weird way of being beautiful. I know it's very, I don't know, ecclesiastical of me. I don't know. It's kind of like, I'm just so... Anyway, I don't know. Anyway, I think there's something really profound in that, and I like that. And I'm glad I got to share it with you guys, whoever sees this. And yeah, I don't really have much else to say. Other than that, today I'm doing Song of Songs. You'll know what I mean by that. There's some things we're doing. We did an individual reading. We did not read that one together, and we had a little girls' small group about it, which was really nice, actually. And so yeah, that's a nice change of pace from like Job and a lot of suffering to Song of Songs, which is I'm not gonna lie, I think it's a beautiful book. I know it's a little bit odd and it's freezing for our culture today, but it is beautiful, and it's God's original design for love, you know? And I needed to read that. I need to read that, and I think you need to read it too, so go read Song of Songs. Anyway, obviously don't just do that randomly. But yes, it's a weird... Anyway, I'm just going to stop talking about that. Is there anything else I need to say? I don't think so. Prayer requests, I think, are obvious. I think a specific one, though, is I would love prayer... two prayers, really, mainly. One is to continue dealing and processing with this grief as and when it rises. I don't want to force it, but I want to make sure I have grace on myself when it does come up, and that I, you know, involve people. I don't just do it alone. Like, I keep looking at God and praying and seeking him in it. And yeah, just take the pace I need to go through it when it comes. It doesn't make sense, you know. I think you probably know what I mean. And then yeah, also just because I think the last two books I've not completed. Song of Songs is not a problem. I will complete that because it's not quite the same. It's not like one of my book assignments, but Ecclesiastes will be. And then we're doing Kings after that, which is going to be another very hard grind. Kings combined at that as well. It's like 70 chapters. So yeah, just strength to persevere through that. And I think part of me is worried I may have allowed myself to take the weight. Like, I needed to take the time. I needed to stop, you know, in those books. I needed to stop. But I don't want that to continue to be the case. You know, I want to make sure I can persevere and push through when I need to. And find that balance between allowing myself time to grieve, time to rest, time to do whatever I need, but also get the work done. I don't want it to continue to hinder me. You know, I'm here for a reason, and I believe the Lord will carry me through both those things. So yeah, prayer for that would be great. And if I know I'm asking this at the very wrong time because it's Christmas, but I still don't have enough money to continue doing this school, and this school has been crazy amazing, and I can do my second term, which is the completion of the Old Testament, but honestly, if I don't get to do the third term and get to the New Testament, I might cry. I will cry probably. I really feel like I need to get to that term. There's going to be so much completion in it, I think, and a lot of my questions I have now point to the New Testament, so I really would love to continue studying and seeing God in this, and so I would just love to put in your minds, if you are moved by these videos, or if you are excited for me to continue learning, and you don't have to do it now because, like I said, I know Christmas, man, it's an expensive time of year, but if in the new year I don't have to pay for my third term until, and even then I don't actually have a lot of money to live. I'm spending more money here than I thought I needed to, because the food here is not great, my health is not great because of that, and yeah, I'm just trying to take care of myself, and it's been quite difficult here, so more money's being spent than I thought I needed, and so yeah, if in the new year at all you have anything you could possibly give and you feel stirred by the Lord to give to this, invest in me and in this journey I'm on to know the Lord better and grow his kingdom, then I would really appreciate it. I will probably just keep dropping this note in because I appreciate now is not probably the best time. If you have something to give, I would be so grateful, but yeah, I'm not gonna expect or push and be like, not that I would push anyway, you know what I mean. I just thought I'd say that. Please remember me. And yeah, know that if you do give, your money is not going to waste. This has been one of the most beautiful experiences of my life. Painful and raw, but beautiful. And yeah, I love the Lord, guys, and I love his word, and I'm really grateful to be here, so thank you. Okay, that's it for now. I will see you next week, and in England maybe, so God bless.